Hey guys, and welcome back to Dan's Pro Shop and to what is turning into a nice little build series here. So, in case you're new around here, this is a 2007 Club Car DS. And at the moment, we have done some stuff. This is a recent acquisition of mine, and we've done some preventative maintenance like changing the belts and stuff. I will link all these videos down in the description in case you're keen on checking them out. The most recent upgrade we did here is a full like factory slash aftermarket light kit. Headlights, marker lights, tail lights, all that crap. And even installed like my own little switch cluster with a digital volt gauge and some USB outlets controlled by a key switch relay. I really do like that one. I feel like that was a solid upgrade from just putting a switch in. But either way, the goal for today is the rear end of this SOB. Yins can tell that this thing is right off of the golf course. This thing still has like the thing where you put your golf bags on. Well, I didn't necessarily get this thing for golfing. I got it for hauling people around. So we're going to go ahead and install us a rear seat kit for this thing. In case you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'll try to install a stock image here just so you get a better idea. And, it's a nice add-on because not only do you get an actual like bench seat for two more people on this thing, but the bottom of the seat folds out into basically a flatbed. So you can put like coolers or camping gear or whatever you want on this thing. It just makes it into nicer than just whatever this thing is now. But I suppose give me a moment. I'll dig the kit apart because it's still in boxes behind you. I haven't even gotten a chance to look at this stuff yet. And then we'll see what's going on, figure out what all has to be torn apart here to put that thing on. But hopefully this isn't too painful, and it's just a couple bolts when we put this thing together. But either way, we'll get into it. Well, I got all this crap on the box here. This is quite a bit of crap. It's more than I bargained for. I didn't realize how late it was. But either way, it says the first thing we got to do is pretty much remove all the factory crap. So we got the hood bottom seat thing already off. Tells you want to remove this guy and the golf club caddy thing here in this basket. So I suppose, yeah, we'll go ahead and remove all that crap and then get to it. So I don't know if you guys saw me fighting with that stupid seat or whatever, but as chance would have it, the very first bolt that I go to take out, the riv nut in the back of the seat starts spinning. It's if you ever dealt with that, I don't need to tell you. But there was kind of like a conundrum that I ran across here. It wants you to disassemble everything back here, which we've pretty much got. But it wants you to take this thing off as like step 2. Well, this thing holds the roof. So instead of taking the roof off, I was trying to really avoid that. I'm going to build this thing backwards, like going from the bottom up. So I'm going to put like the foot pad on and all the bracketry and everything and get to the point where I can get up here and then do like one post at a time so I don't have to actually disassemble and take off the roof. But yeah, so that's kind of the plan. I'm just going to go ahead and do this bottom piece and then work up from there. So yeah, the instructions are fine and dandy and cool, whatever, but we ain't doing that. So the first thing we gonna want to do is from the factory bumper location that I took off of here, they give you this piece of like I don't know, 1.5 inch angle iron. This is gonna go across there, and they actually give you a pretty decent hardware kit in this kit, and it tells you here you're gonna want to use 10 mil by 30 mil bolts from pack 1. So yeah, let's go ahead and slam those things in there and then start building this thing up. Oh yeah. Next thing we're gonna want to do is put this pad here. This is your old ye old footer putter. But I believe this is where the conundrum comes into play, because the next thing that comes down on top of this is the bracket from down here to here. So, I don't know. Give me a moment. See if I can do some like pre-assembly here so I can get like one of those roof brackets on here. And see if I can't do this without actually removing anything. Now's the point where I'm just waiting for this thing to fall over on me. Remember the disclaimer at the front. Do as I say, not as I do. Or just don't do it all. There's that. Come on now. There you go. You gonna come out? Factory bracket. Factory roof mount. All right. Might be on to something here. Might as well give this guy a little spritz while it's open and easy to get to, you know? Because Lord knows I probably ain't never getting back in here again. Well, unless I need to, and then I will. This joiner goes right there, and it's going to go on top of the foot. So, yeah. I don't know if I got to reuse hardware or use the stuff they gave me. All right. It's asking me to reuse the hardware that I just took out of this thing, so that's all fine and dandy. These things are still factory blue Loctited. I think that's why I'm having so much of a struggle with this. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong. Loctite's great. It does what it's supposed to. But whenever it's on there for, 10 years, that's when you start having complications. You can just put that anywhere. It's fine. Go ahead and run these guys down. Creative. Got to put this together. But hold it up. I don't know. Maybe one bolt holding that thing together will be enough to hold this up. Yeah, we'll call that good. I can already see myself welding this thing in the future because it rattles. It's going to drive me nuts. So if it rattles now just with me manipulating it here, you can better believe it's going to rattle going down the road. And if it drives me nuts, I know it's going to drive the missus nuts. I'm going to suck that thing down just a little bit. I'm not going to tighten it because chances are pretty good that I'm going to have to end up manipulating this thing. There we go. Just enough to hold everything up to where it's supposed to go. Now I can assemble this side and get the strut up to hold the roof and do the same thing over there. Of course, there's a piece that goes right here that I completely forgot to do. Read those instructions, people. Don't listen to some schmuck on YouTube. At least it wasn't the bolt that I was like worried about. Let's see if I don't have a thread chase for that and clean that thing up. Yep, definitely gonna need something to chase those threads. Huh. To my oddly pleasant surprise, well, I guess it shouldn't be. These things are built in Georgia. It's a 5/16. And the threads are clearly not the issue. It's these stupid bolts. So, I very well may just replace the bolts. Clean threads and a good bolt goes right in. Weird. It tells you to use the hardware from the grab bar pack, which is fine and dandy because nothing in here is labeled grab bar pack. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Holy crap. Was that painful? There was no supplied hardware for that thing. I went through all this crap. There was nothing that fit that bracket underneath this foot thing. Either way, that's on there now. I got lucky enough. I had some metric hardware that was about 2 inches long and made that work. But yeah. All right, now it wants us to put the side pieces on. I can do at least one of those. This guy here. That SOB. And then we're going to have a crossbar that goes across. But at the very least, I can get this thing mounted on the side. I wonder... that might just work. Some shop vac hose, a little bit of ingenuity. That might just do it. Maybe something a little bit better than that. Here we go. An adjustable paint roller stick. You can go all the way to the floor with this thing. Oh yeah, that's going to work fantastic. That'll hold the roof up. Now we can take the other side off, not deal with it. Man, I should have thought of that an hour ago. I'm gonna go with this piece. Nice. I knew I'd figured something out. All right. We are getting somewhere. And for those of you that have been paying attention, which I'm sure it's hard to miss, I apologize for the lack of changing camera angles here. But I am insanely out of real estate here in the garage. You are set up on top of the parts pile right now. There is just... there's really no point in moving you, because you're just going to look at my butt instead of, whatever. This isn't much better. But anyway, just so you know, I apologize that the camera's pretty still life on this one. Unfortunately, that's just kind of where we're at. Got to make do with your fancy little garage. All right, let's not forget that other little upright bracket. Where are you? You gotta be kidding me. Really? There's no way. It's not like I'm tearing this thing apart and sending it back to Amazon. Come on. Oh, crisis averted. I was about to wig out on some Amazon customer service representative. What do you mean you can't send it back? I mean, I can't send it back because it's already thrown over the hill down into the river. There we go. Yeah. That'll work. All right. Now, another stupid big bolt goes through here. Thingy, washer thingy, other thingy. Line up all these stupid brackets so they don't look like the Chinese garbage that it is. I say that garbage, but this was arguably one of the nicer ones I found on Amazon. So I can only imagine if I cheaped out and went lower than this one, how rough it would be. All right, so them are on there, them are on there. We're actually kind of on track with the instructions now. All right, now it wants the big flatbed part. This is the big heavy SOB in the box. tell you what, this is all well and good, but it completely covers the hood on the back. If you guys are familiar with these club cars, there's like a secondary panel here in the rear that gives you access to the starter generator and like the top of the rear end and the throttle cable and all the connections and everything. This completely covers it up. I mean, it's not detrimental because I suppose it will be easy enough to take off if and when you need to, but man, that does kind of suck. I guess I didn't really think that far ahead, but yeah, well, whatever. We're doing it. We're trucking along. Hardware pack 2. See? Numbers, not seat grab go kit. Ugh. I mentioned earlier that I put the light kit on this thing, including tail lights. I'm super glad that I did that before doing this, because that would have royally sucked. Trying to work around all of this garbage in order to do that garbage. It's I don't know, you know, even a blind squirrel finds a nut every now and again, you know what I'm saying? There you go. That's on there. I'm sure there's a couple more, huh? No? There's no way. Oh, they're underneath. We're good. Whew. I was about to say, you ain't gonna tell me that there's only 2, like, effectively 3/8 bolts holding this thing on here. But no, there's 4. We're good. It was just in a different place I wasn't expecting. At least this foldy thing's already assembled. I mean, who knows if it's any good assembled, but at least it's assembled. That's cool. That's done. Then there's our flatbed. That's cool. That's going to be our seat bottom. Yeah, I don't know. Are we allowed to tighten this up? Does it say it's cool to tighten this up? Secure crossbar. Whatever. Good enough. We securing. I'll tell you another thing, fella. These wrenches I'm using are those Harbor Freight Icon, like, flange drive deals. I gotta give it to them. I really do like them. Flank drive, that's it. They had like the Snap-on Flank Drive Plus. This is Icon's version of them. And 1/3 of the price. So I gotta tell you, I'm impressed with the performance here. Yeah. Whew. You're gonna have to excuse me a minute. Mmm. 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 Who knew carton was such hard work? Alrighty, now that we're getting somewhere here, now it wants us to do the side like armrest pieces and the back part. So, this SOB goes right here. This one goes here. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're on to something here. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Does that go over or under? Over? Under. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. We'll go with it. Oh, yeah. Whoosher. Nut. Nice. Same thing right up on down the line. I don't know what the heck those are. What the hell is that one? I'm not even going to pretend like I know. Wonder if it says in the book. Probably. Man, this kit don't make no sense. Well, kinda. I don't know. Maybe I don't make no sense. It wants us to go this way. and then an acorn nut. Cool. Do that exact same thing on the other side. Well, I got you a little bit better shot here. Now, don't get yourself excited. Probably ain't gonna last for long. You still ain't gonna see nothing. But I promise you, we are getting somewhere. Regardless of my lack of confidence and capability. Oh, dear Lord. We are doing something. Good night. Come on. In the hole. Boy, howdy, was that dirty. What does Ricky Bobby say? That ain't worth a velvet painting of a whale and a dolphin getting it on. Talladega Nights, man. America movie classic. There ain't no way I would have got this done trying to do the side-to-side thing. Like, to try to support the roof. There ain't no bloody way with how this thing goes together. Yeah, because the old bracket got in the way of this new one. So, I mean, I got away with it for a decent amount of time, but I never would have got this far without either propping up the roof like we done there, or completely taking it off. What's your problem? That's it. Just go in there. Everybody's got opinions in this thing. Go ahead and crank all this stuff down. Yeah. Make sure you crank it down real good. Crush the tube and flake all the paint off. Alright. Might actually be getting somewhere here. Whew. Man, there's a lot going on for this stupid little seat. Now, gotta do some cushion putting. These guys, which this is one thing I'll give them. These actually match pretty good. At least the construction of them anyhow. I mean, obviously the seats that are on here are all faded, beat up, and old and everything. But I feel like they did a pretty decent job at matching them. I ain't going to tighten these until we kind of get everything where it needs to be. Because chances of this just fitting are slim to none. Oh, Jiminy Christmas, and then I go on and put them on upside down. Whew. Man, I tell you. Well, at least I figured that out now. You know what I just thought of? You know how Derek from Vice Grip Garage always just like randomly says like, hey, I wonder what Clint Black's doing right now. Well, see, I wonder what Derek Bieri from Vice Grip Garage is doing right now. I bet you he's not getting his butt handed to him by a stupid 07 club car. Man, I don't know if I'm just falling apart as a human being, or if it's late, or whatever. A culmination of everything that just ain't working. But I tell you, this has been something else. Case in point, right? Right. Oh, Jiminy. Yeah. I don't know about you guys. This is actually starting to look like something. Now, for the seat bottom here, it tells you in the booklet that it wants the thickest part of the foam towards the back. So I don't know if that's an egress thing or I don't know. But that goes on there like so. Now we just got to find some bolts for that. I'm guessing it's all these countersunk number 3 Phillips. And because these are riv nuts into the plastic, I am not going to Loctite these because I don't want to run into the same problem I had previously. If I ever need to remove these things, I don't want them to be a permanent installation if you're picking up what I'm putting down. Uh-oh. We were supposed to put this stupid strap in there, huh? Yeah? Yeah. Good, didn't miss it. All right. There we go. Got our seat on her. Now what? Now what are we doing? Now we do the uprights for the roof. The very last gall darn thing that I was hoping to be like the first thing. These go on here. Or they go on the front or the back. Man, these are the worst freaking instructions ever. It says up front, but I'm thinking in the back. Oh, sweet Jesus. Really? There ain't no way that's right. These things ain't even close to being bent correctly. Maybe we'll do a little zhuzhing once it's on there. You know? Well, at least I have a wee little bit better understanding of what's supposed to happen here now. Doesn't mean I have to like it. All right, great. No. In. Yup. All right. Now, we're getting somewhere. I think all we got left to do here is put on the oh crap handle right here and then reinstall the original factory backrest. Man, we are getting close to the finish line. And if you stuck with me this far, good for you, because I know this is a bloody boring one. Are these the bolts I needed for down there, the ones I was fighting for? Are these them? That's 100%. Yep. That's them. Well, those are in there now. They ain't coming out. I'll just use those to replace my stock. And let's be honest, those are, I don't know, class 8 or something metric. So they're significantly better than whatever they give you in the kit anyhow. Now this guy will go on here. Supposed to go on there. Oh yeah, like that. Well, I don't know. It's not great, but it gives you something to hang on to, I suppose. We're going to do the inaugural sit test. Oh, not yet. Now we can sit down. Whoa. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to do some welding on this thing. Yep, lots of welding on this thing. It's not bad. I mean, it's not great. It's not bad. Tell you what, I sure as heck wouldn't be towing nobody with this thing, that's for sure. Hey, look at that. 4 hours later, new camera angle. So, I believe all we got left to do here is to reinstall the factory seat back. And I am going to go and wire brush the crap out of these bolts before they go back in. So hopefully you have a little bit better luck this time around. Well, guys, my apologies. The camera died on me halfway through putting the seat back on there, or at least sometime during that time, I think. Either way, believe it or not, I was actually able to manage to salvage that thing. I shoved a quarter 20 tap in there and freed it up just enough to put some new hardware in. So believe it or not, there actually is 4 bolts back in that seat rest, and I ain't fibbing to you. But all in all, I mean, for as much as I struggled with this stupid thing, and you guys kind of watched me from afar, and it's not terrible. Is it the best quality? No. Does it work good? Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, it does what it's supposed to do, and it's going to make this thing insanely more functional for what I need it to be. Because this is a people hauler for going to camps, going to races, and this thing's going to fit in the back of the toy hauler, and now we can tote the whole family around. And in the event I need to put this thing down into a flatbed just to haul stuff around that I don't feel like carrying, this thing's going to get a heck of a lot of use. The only thing I see like as a glaring thing is yeah, we're going to have to do some shocks and heavy duty rear springs for this thing, because I could see that being a concern. But yeah, I mean, this probably wasn't the best like instructional how to, because either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this a little bit, and it kind of gives you some confidence here, because like if I fumbled through this as badly as I did, anybody can do this thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and we'll see you on the next one.